All right, y'all. I'm gonna give you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all my honest opinion. No sugarcoating. I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm also a Big Baller Brand fan. But I'm gonna give you guys my honest, unbiased opinion about the struggles of Lonzo Ball with the Lakers this year so far, this season. And if he doesn't change this, he's gonna be a bust. Right now, he's starting to look like a bust. I'm not gonna call him a bust right now, but he is starting to become a bust. But he has to change this in order for him not to be a bust, right? So, Lonzo Ball, obviously with this year's draft, he has been the most highest hyped player to come out of college, or to come out into the NBA draft period since LeBron James. I mean, like the number one draft pick, nobody can name the number one draft pick, really. It's hardly anybody. If you're not a hardcore basketball fan, you can't name the number one draft pick, who is Markelle Fultz, who's injured right now, out for the season. Nobody's talking about, even when he was playing, nobody was talking about Markelle Fultz. Everybody was talking about Lonzo Ball. Okay, because why are people talking about Lonzo Ball being the most hyped player? Why? Because of his father, LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball wanted to do one thing, and that's market and create his brand, Big Baller Brand. Okay? That's his catalyst. That's his business, and that's what he continues to do. And I fully support independent black-owned businesses, which is why I'm a supporter of Big Baller Brand. I'm any independent black-owned business, I support it. Point blank and simple. You know what I'm saying? But Lonzo had the wrong mentality coming into the draft. His mentality was with his father, meaning his mentality was brand myself first and worry about basketball later, right? It should have been reversed. Basketball first, let my dad worry about Big Baller Brand and marketing, and let me get better at my game, right? Now, I made videos before about, how I think Lonzo would be such a great player and stuff like that, and he still has that potential. The Summer League this year was just a sample size. I mean, he played against lesser competition, which was, why he was able to be the Summer League MVP. It's basically the competition is not up to snuff compared to the actual NBA. It's not. It's night and day. But when he plays against better competition, he pales. He folds under pressure. That mentality has to change. So his game, this is my opinion, his mentality, his killer instinct, that needs to develop, which is why I have this article here in front of me about Kobe Bryant meeting with Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is the rookie of the year for the Lakers. He's been balling hands down, and he is a huge Kobe Bryant fan. He has that killer instinct. He has that Mamba mentality that he adopts from Kobe Bryant. Lonzo Ball mentioned in an article that, and I can look it up right now, that he doesn't need Kobe Bryant's help for anything. Let me pull it up right now. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, so right here. Lonzo moved by meeting Kobe Bryant. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that in him right now. Can he develop that? Only time will tell. But he needs to develop that, which is why he's so passive, literally and figuratively, on the court. He'll bring it up, half court, pass it to his teammates, and have them create some plays. I know he's always been a pass-first point guard and all that stuff, but he needs to develop a killer instinct where he has to take over games and not settle on three-point shots, which his three-point shot is terrible. His shot is terrible. Now, it is a mental thing. I believe it is a mental thing. I don't think he needs to change his shot mechanics, because a lot of the shots he's shooting so terrible, people are leaving him wide open. So it's not even contested shots. People are leaving this dude wide open, and he's still missing 3-point shots because they know he can't shoot. So it's a mental thing. So he needs to get with guys like Kobe Bryant. He needs to develop that killer instinct. Maybe it's not in him. Who knows? Only time will tell. I'm not going to write him off just yet. But like I said, I support Big Baller Brand. He needs to let his father market Big Baller Brand. He needs to do nothing about going into pop-up shops, going on his Twitter and Instagram and promoting Big Baller Brand. He needs to focus on developing his game, getting better at his game, focusing on his game. And so this is a long season. He has all season, but he continues to play like this, he won't get better. He'll be a bust. He's still a rookie. He's only 20. He has to work hard off season and have that killer instinct. Work on his jumpers, work on his floaters, work on his layups. Just the basic fundamentals. I think, like I said, it's a mentality thing. And, you need a guy like this mentality, a Mamba mentality, to take over and to be the man in Los Angeles. And right now, a guy that was drafted way behind you in Kyle Kuzma is balling out of control and being is definitely the rookie of the year on the Lakers and potentially in the league. Kuzma is balling, and he's a huge Kobe Bryant fan. You know what I'm saying? So, Lonzo, man, you need to get your shit together. I'm rooting for you to get better. A lot of guys automatically write this guy off. He's trash. He's a bust. Worst rookie ever. Yada yada yada. I don't do that. I don't, especially young men. You know what I'm saying? Kids and young men. I would never root for somebody to fail. I want them to win. But I'm giving you information so that it can help you in the future. You need to focus on getting better during the season and off season. Focus on that alone. Forget about Big Baller Brand. Let your father deal with that. Let your father deal with Big Baller Brand. Don't make any more posts about Big Baller Brand. Don't do any appearances, autograph signings, and pop-up shops. Don't worry about that. Let your father, LeVar Ball, take care of that. You focus on getting better at your game, at your craft. Develop that killer instinct, that Mamba mentality. Like I said, work on your fundamentals. And once you do that, man, you'll be a force to be reckoned with in this league. The players that are outshining him, right? The players that are outshining him, like Kyle Kuzma and Ben Simmons, these guys are only focused on basketball. They're not worried about marketing some other brand. They're focused on basketball and basketball alone, which is why they're outshining Lonzo Ball, right? If you focus on that one thing and get better at it, you'll be a force. But right now, your head is too congested with other things, man. You have Big Baller Brand you're worried about. Obviously, your brother, I'm pretty sure that's a distraction. That is now suspended indefinitely from UCLA after shoplifting in China. You know what I'm saying? So I would say you have to detoxify your brain and only focus on basketball. Detoxify all the bad elements in your brain and extract everything out and put basketball in there. Have a myopic view on basketball alone. Work on your fundamentals and you'll be good to go. But right now you're looking shaky. You're looking mentally frail, and that's got to change, man. It's got to change. So I'm rooting for you, man. I want you to have success, but you got to change that mentality, man. You got to change it. I'm not one to write you off right now at all, but I'm just giving you some words of wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? To get better at your game. Like I said, let your father worry about Big Baller Brand. You know what I'm saying? Let him market that. Let him take care of that. I need you to focus on your craft. Point blank and simple. So that's it. That's my opinion, family. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on that. All right. So as a Lakers fan, my team as a whole, we are trying to find ourselves. We're trying to find our identity. We don't have one right now. We don't really have a go-to player. It's supposed to be, you know, we don't really have a go-to player at all. To be honest with you, we don't. We're still trying to find our identity. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have one right now. So, but remember, guys, you know, Kobe, when he first came into the league, he didn't even start the first year. He had to earn the respect from, because first of all, he didn't start because he wasn't really hyped coming out of high school. He was drafted out of high school, but he wasn't hyped that much. But Kobe, because he didn't have the hype and because he didn't start, he had to prove himself during the second year. And he just had to have that will, that mentality to prove himself on the court because people were doubting him. You know, it's different with Lonzo, where he was super hyped by his father and he had to live up to that hype, as comparing to Kobe, who had to create his own hype because people doubted him. You see, that's called adversity. So again, it's a mental thing. Lonzo, this is a different form of adversity. You are not living up to the hype your father created. You're being distracted by Big Baller Brand. You're being distracted by these outside forces. And it's a mental thing with you. You need to rehabilitate your mind. Like I said, detoxify your mind and only focus on basketball. Have that Mamba mentality. You feel me? That's what it takes. All right, family. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Lonzo's game. Is he a bust? Do you still think he's able to change his mentality? Maybe he needs to change his form on his jump shot. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. All right, family. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. The Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.